Hey, I'm Dasha and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make a Bohemian inspired jewelry. So if you're interested, keep on watching. For the first project you will need an assortment of wood beads, gold-plated headpins and earring hooks, and acrylic gold paint, and jewelry tools. I'm going to use my liquid metal acrylic paint to color the larger beads. All of the supplies and tools I'm using here I'm going to link below in the description box. While my golden beads are drying, I'm going to work on the rest of the earrings. I'm going to take one of the headpins and get it through the medium dark bead. I'm taking one side of the headpin, which doesn't have the head, and start curling it with the wire looping pliers. I'm curling it until I get a loop. Once I get a loop, I'm going to twist the wire backwards to get the loop centered. Now I'm going to create another loop on the other side of the wire. I'm twisting the wire with the looping pliers to create half of a circle. Then I'm taking the tail of the wire and bending it to complete the circle. After that, I'll use the wire cutters to cut the excess off. Pretty simple. Let's complete the same steps on the other bead. My golden beads are dried. Now I can attach them to the rest of the earrings. So, the hole in the golden bead is just large enough for it to slip off the headpin. As you can see here, to fix that problem, I'm going to add a tiny wood bead to the headpin to use it as a stopper. And then I'll add the golden bead on. Then I'm going to create a loop very similar to what we did before, making half of a circle, then curling the tail over, and then snipping any extra. And because the loop came out a little crooked, I'm going to straighten the loop with the chain nose pliers. And then I'll do the same thing to the other gold bead. And now I'm going to attach the earring hooks and then all the pieces together to finish our earrings. For the second project you will need 14 wood and 1 gold beads, 4 headpins, 1 chain, 2 jump rings, and of course, jewelry tools. To create the necklace, we will need 3 identical wire pieces. I'm going to take the headpins that I have here and just clip the heads off. Then I'm going to take one of the wires and create a simple loop. I'm wrapping the wire around the looping pliers and then twisting the looping pliers back to straighten out the loop. And then I'm going to create another loop on the other side of the wire. And I want to make sure that the loops are facing the same direction. And this will be the top part of our necklace. On the second wire piece, I'm going to create a simple loop on one side, and then I'm going to take 6 small wooden beads and add to the wire. After I added the beads to the wire, I'm going to create another simple loop at the end of the wire. Again, I want the loop to be facing the same direction as the other loop. And the reason being is when we're attaching the wires together. That way they're not gonna slip out as easily if they were facing the opposite direction. I'm gonna do the same steps to the third wire to create a similar piece. Now I'm gonna attach all the pieces together to form a triangle. Most of my loops were not fully closed, so I can attach them without opening. But if yours are closed, use the round nose pliers to open them up. Try to attach the loops away from each other, that way they will not slip out when you're wearing the necklace. And now double check and make sure that all of your loops are closed and secure. We're going to attach 2 rings to the top part of the triangle. That is where the chain will be threaded. I'm going to open up the ring, and I can actually open them with my hands, and then slip the rings into the 2 loops that are attached together. And then I'm going to use the chain nose pliers to close the ring. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to thread the chain through the rings on the top part of our necklace. You can definitely stop here, but I decided to add a dangling beaded decoration to the bottom of the necklace. I'm taking a head pin and adding 3 beads. I'm adding a wooden bead, then I'm adding a gold bead, and then another wooden bead. Then I'm going to create a wrapped wire loop. I'm taking my looping pliers and grabbing the wire right above the stacked beads. With my hands, I'm bending the wire as if I'm creating a closed loop while keeping the tail at the right angle. And then I'm bending the tail under and around the stem, and around a second time. Then I'm going to take the wire cutters and clip any excess. I'm also going to take the chain nose pliers and bend any of the leftover tail inward. Trust me, we don't want anything sharp or poking us while we're wearing the necklace. To attach the piece to the rest of the necklace, I'm going to undo the closed loops at the bottom of the triangle. Then I'm going to hook the piece to both of the loops and then close them with the pliers. And here you have it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. How?